is possible. Look at this text and see the many examples that God expects you to live and not die. Every time you make up the mind in your mind that you're going to live and not die, you reclaim that which was impossible and you make it possible. I'm going to end with perseverance, but I'm going to tell you this story. I had COVID, I think before COVID happened. How much time do I have? COVID struck in March of whatever year that was, 2020, officially. I got sick in October of 19. They said I had the flu. But after I actually got COVID and felt the same way I did then, I said, wow. During that period where I actually was diagnosed with having the COVID virus, I remember having headaches that I never had before in my life. I remember laying in the bed in my basement. I was so tired I couldn't move. The worst part about it was that I was all by what? I truly believe that more people died from COVID from loneliness than anything else. But I lay there and my head was pounding. And I remember one night I was laying there and my head was pounding to the level that I just felt like opening up my head with an axe and pulling out whatever was in there. I decided to call an ambulance. I was in the basement. I wasn't dressed. And my greatest challenge that night was, how in the world am I going to get up to this door and open the door for the EMS? How in the world am I going to put some clothes on that were up on the second floor to get out of here to get to this hospital? It was tough. All of my children are out of state. I knew my son would have came, but I think I was too tired to even call. Somehow I got 911 out, and it was crazy. But there was a moment where I thought about death. There was a moment. I don't know if you all have had moments where you thought about death, but I had a moment. And in the moment I said to myself, not like this, Lord. And I began to go through in my hurting brain, my mind, all the things I needed to do. And I made a checklist of things I needed to do, not for me, but for him. It's almost like some prisoners of war, they say they write a book in their mind while they're in prison. I made a checklist, and I made a list so long that it would take an eternity to finish. And I said, okay, Lord, I've got some things to do, so I've got to get up these stairs, get some clothes, get to this hospital. But I had a moment. I did get up the stairs. I did get some clothes on. I lay at the door when they knocked on the back door. I literally laid on the floor with enough energy to reach up and open the door. My son did come. They took me to Fairview Hospital. I lay in that chair trying to sleep for almost 6 hours. When I woke up, stretched over 2 chairs, I opened my eyes and my son was sitting there. Didn't say a word.